Hey there, everybody. Glad you could join us this time for the reading of the Action Bible. And this time, we're coming from Liberty Landing. You guys recognize that back there? Can't wait to get back here. I hope you've been following along and feeling connected at least a little bit through this time from these videos. But guys, I can't wait to get back and see you guys again. So last week we ended off, Abraham is growing older, and if you remember, he went through a little trial with his son Isaac. God provided a way for them out of that circumstance. And so this time, it's time for Isaac to start a family. And so we're going to start on page 64, if you're following along in your Action Bible. And we're going to go over a story that's based on Genesis chapter 24. Let's see what happens this week on the Action Bible. Abraham is now old and has seen many, many years. In the midst of grieving for his wife, he plans for his family's future.
God has promised my descendants will outnumber the sands in the desert, which means Isaac must start a family.
But Isaac still grieves for his mother.
Every day he goes alone into the wilderness to mourn for his mother. If only he had a wife to comfort him.
Abraham calls his most trusted servant.
Elzier, before I die, I want to see Isaac happily married, but he must marry a woman from my own people. Go to Nor and bring back a wife for Isaac.
Abraham's servant gathers a long caravan. He leads it across the desert and finally reaches the city of Nor, where Abraham's relatives live.
What a big city! How will I ever find the right wife for the man who will be chief of our tribe someday?
Abraham's servant reaches Nor in the evening. He rests by the well just outside town and sees young women of the city coming to get water.
God, let this be the test. Whoever gives water to me and my camels will be Isaac's bride. She's beautiful. Is she the one? Miss, could I please have a drink?
I'll be glad to get you a drink, and I'll draw water for your camels too.
She is the one.
When the girl finishes watering the camels, Elziar gives her a nose ring and gold bracelets.
What is your name? Do you think there is room for me to stay at your father's house?
These are beautiful. My name is Rebecca. We have plenty of room for you at our house. Just a minute.
Rebecca runs to tell her family. When she shows them the presents, her brother Laban goes to meet Abraham's servant.
Come with me. My father has room for you and your caravan.
Abraham's servant tells everyone who he is and explains that God has chosen Rebecca to be the bride of Isaac, son and heir of Abraham.
Take Rebecca to be wife of my uncle's son. Do it just the way the Lord has said.
Early the next morning, the caravan gets ready to return to Abraham's camp. Rebecca says goodbye to her family, and the caravan begins its long journey. Days later, the caravan nears Abraham's camp. Rebecca wonders.
What will Isaac be like? Tall and strong like a chief's son? I wonder if he will love me. Who is the man coming to meet us?
That's Isaac.
He is handsome.
Is this the woman I'm going to marry? When Isaac sees Rebecca, he falls in love with her at once and takes her to his father for his blessing. They get married immediately, and the whole camp rejoices that God continues to watch over Abraham's family. Wow. That was a great story today, huh? Well, if there was one thing I could learn from that story, it's that God always shows you a way, and that we can ask God even to show us a way. If you remember Abraham's servant, when he got to the town, after he listened to what Abraham asked him to do, he got to the town and he asked God to show him what girl it was. And Abraham, it was very important that he found a wife for Isaac that also worshiped God, that also believed in God. They were the people who were following God. So they went to find someone like they did a lot in that time. God does keep watching over Abraham's family, doesn't he? And he continues to bless Abraham's children just like he said he was going to. What's one thing that you learned from this story? Well, talk with someone about that and share it with somebody. I'm excited to hear too. You can comment below if you like, or you can email or FaceTime somebody, call them on the phone. Stay connected, and I hope you can join us next time as we read more of the Action Bible.